Hello friends, this is Bhavya. Welcome back to my channel Random Talks by BK. एक्चुअली फर्स्ट वीडियो के बाद काफ़ी लंबा ब्रेक हो गया था. आई वॉज वेटिंग टू शूट माई सेकेंड वीडियो. एक मन में डर था कि आई नीड टू बी परफेक्ट वाला, कि आई एम डूइंग सिट डाउन वीडियोज, सो आई लाइक if you are not interested in what I'm saying, the surroundings need to be aesthetic. I need to have proper sound and everything. I need to be very presentable. और वो जो डर है ना, उस डर की वजह से आई वॉज delaying my shooting, and basically I was procrastinating. तो where does it come from, this fear? तो बेसिकली आज का टॉपिक वही है. आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट फेलियर्स इन लाइफ एंड हाउ आई डील विथ इट एंड what I think about it, basically ऐसे. And the purpose for shooting like this is also that, trying to tackle it head on. I am shooting in my car. Actually, my wife has gone for some salon work and I'm waiting in the car. I thought, why not vlog it from here? I know this is not the most aesthetic, not the most pleasing video, but this is what it is, just to let it all out without fearing failure. जिन्होंने मेरा पहला वीडियो देखा है, आई टॉक्ड अबाउट थिंग्स विच आई फेल्ड इन. आई जस्ट टच्ड अपॉन देम. तो लेट मी जस्ट रिवाइज एंड टॉक अबाउट इट in detail. Like the first thing was cricket. Of course, I played cricket professionally for 15 years. Or मतलब professionally in the sense that season ball cricket I played, and I participated in district level tournaments, national level, school level tournaments. But somewhere कुछ हुआ नहीं उसका. एज ग्रुप क्रिकेट में से आगे जाने का मौका नहीं मिला मुझे. एंड आई रिमेंबर आफ्टर माई लास्ट अंडर-19 मैच, हमारा सिस्टम ऐसा था कि अंडर-19 का डिस्ट्रिक्ट का मैच कंप्लीट हुआ, एंड विद दैट द स्टेट टीम इज़ डिक्लेयर्ड देयर एंड देयर. सो माई नेम वॉज नॉट अनाउंस्ड एंड आई न्यू, क्योंकि ओपन में क्या है कि फिर तो आप कितने भी साल खेलो, बट इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट टू गेट इन टू दैट. और मेरे को फिर CA करना था. तो आई न्यू दैट वॉज द एंड ऑफ the road, or being serving the dream of being a cricketer. इंडिया में वो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है, एंड जस्ट दैट ड्रीम क्रशिंग डाउन, दैट वाज द फर्स्ट टेस्ट ऑफ फुल ब्लून फेलियर फॉर मी. तब तक लाइफ में इतना कुछ फेलियर जैसा हुआ नहीं था. छोटी मोटी चीज़ में होता है, चलो कि ये करने की कोशिश की, नहीं हुआ, XYZ whatever, बट that was the first taste of failure. So what I did, I remember, क्योंकि that is a very vivid memory for me. The thing that happened is, मैं राजकोट में रहता हूँ, तो there is a race course, और पूरा the whole road is covered with sitting spaces, benches ऐसे. तो at night I went to one of those benches. I sat for half an hour. आई फेल्ट लाइक क्राइंग. मे बी थोड़ा बहुत रोया भी होऊंगा, मेरे को वो स्पेसिफिक चीज़ याद नहीं, बट आई न्यू आई सैट विथ माई सेल्फ. पहले तो बहुत हुआ, दैट वाई मी, ऐसे वाई मे कोई क्यों चांस नहीं मिला, बिकॉज आई वॉज अ गुड प्लेयर. आई वॉज नॉट, आई वुड नॉट से एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी. क्रिकेट में ऐसा बोलना इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल इन इंडिया, बट आई वॉज अ वेरी डिसेंट डिपेंडेबल प्लेयर. जो मेरी टीम थी, दे डिपेंडेड ऑन मी. No opponents used to praise me for my game, but there was one thing, I was not very fit. If you can see, I'm still not a very fit guy. I'm trying, I'm working on it basically, but हाँ, fitness का issue था fielding wise, and I was not very speedy and all. But my mind would always find excuses. Indian team में भी एक दो player है जो बहुत fit नहीं है. If them, then why not me, kind of thing ऐसे. But as I sat with my failure उस टाइम पे, slowly I started to accept it कि okay, हाँ है, issue तो है. If I'm aiming to be like somebody from that group, I should aim to be the best player? No. Why should I aim the weakest player and compare that, okay, if him, then why not me? आगे कुछ होने नहीं वाला था. आई रियलाइज दैट, आई एक्सेप्टेड दैट. आई वो जो फेज था ना, इट वॉज द हार्डेस्ट. आई एक्सेप्ट इट नाउ, इट वॉज द हार्डेस्ट फेज. The only thing that helped me basically was I had something to look forward to. मुझे CA करना था. Now CA is a very tough academic degree. तो आई हैड समथिंग टू लुक फॉरवर्ड टू. मेरे माइंड के पास कुछ था जिससे वो डाइवर्ट हो पाए. नाउ इफ़ इन दिस सिचुएशन इट इज़ समबडी जिसके पास स्पेस है, ब्रीदिंग स्पेस है, टाइम है, कि वो उस पीरियड में दे आर जस्ट सिटिंग विद देयर फेलियर, इट इज़ वेरी इजी टू फॉल इन दैट डाउट, सेल्फ डाउट, और उस सब चीज़ में जाना बहुत ईजी है. सो आई एक्नॉलेज दैट कि वो बहुत ईजी, और मेरे लिए वो थोड़ा ईजी हो गया बिकॉज आई जम्प्ड ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट थिंग. कम CA. इन CA भी ऐसा हुआ, जो इंटर और एंट्रेंस था वो इजीली निकल गया मेरा. आई हैव बीन अ डिसेंट स्टूडेंट ऑल माई लाइफ, गुड स्टूडेंट. तो इंटर तक कोई इश्यू नहीं आया. इन द फाइनल्स I failed 4 exams. I failed 3. I cleared on my 4th attempt basically. And that was the first time I had failed in an academic exam. Again, what helped is कि for reference CA का passing rate is below double digits. It's in single digits basically. 3%, 4% rate आता है. तो it is expected कि okay, good students may also fail. बट जब खुद के साथ होता है ना, तो दैट फीलिंग इज़ नॉट वेरी गुड. अगेन वॉट हेल्प वॉज CA में वंस यू गेट द रिजल्ट, द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम इज़ 3-4 months अवे एंड द सिलेबस इज़ वेरी बिग. आई हैड नो ऑप्शन बट टू जम्प इन इट अगेन. सो दैट वॉज अ साइकिल विच हैपेंड. 3 बार वो हुआ. एवरी टाइम आई यूज टू गेट बेटर मार्क्स देन द लास्ट रिजल्ट, बट फाइनली आई क्लियर्ड इन माई 4th अटेम्प्ट. तो एकेडमिकली आई वुड से हाँ वो पेन था, बट फॉर दैट रेफरेंस कि हाँ ओके CA इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट, सो दैट हेल्प बेसिकली. बट एक चीज़ है, द मोमेंट व्हेन वी स्टार्ट टू जज आर सेल्स बाय आर फेलियर्स, वी स्टार्ट डिफाइनिंग आर सेल्फ विथ आर फेलियर्स. आई फेल्ड and I am a failure are two very different words. They have huge implications. The moment you say I failed, you are acknowledging that you set your mind to something and it didn't happen. You maybe find the reasons why, you try again. That is okay, that is acceptable, and that is how it should be. The moment you say the words I am a failure, that is when you start going down a dark path. And that path is, I wish nobody goes down that path because it is a very scary path. It happened to me for a brief period while cricket happened, but that is the thing. Again, after that, after CA, the thing that I was passionate about, I finally found it, that मेरे को स्क्रीन राइटिंग करनी थी. I loved movies. I love movies like anything. I'm mad about it. But because I was doing CA, तो कोई स्क्रीन राइटिंग की फॉर्मल एजुकेशन लेनी पॉसिबल नहीं थी. तो आई ग्रैब्ड ऑन टू एनी फ्री रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल ऑन द इंटरनेट. आई रेड लॉट्स एंड लॉट्स ऑफ स्क्रीन प्लेस, and finally I got a chance to be with a group, who an online group with easy access, जो कि ये एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड मैनर में स्क्रीन राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. तो दैट इज़ वेयर ग्रोथ हैपेंड. सो दैट वाज माय जर्नी फॉर स्क्रीन राइटिंग. बट बेसिकली होता क्या है, आई हैव बीन डूइंग इट सिंस द पास्ट 6 years. नाउ स्क्रीन राइटिंग फॉर पीपल अफ्रेड ऑफ फेलियर, writing is a hugely, I must say, one of the most difficult professions because it is so subjective. You may like what you have written, right? But till the person who reads it, Now, be it for a screenwriter, be it the director, be it the producers, be it any audience member who sees it on the screen, if they do not like it, you will feel that you have failed. Now, it is very interesting because for a screenwriter, if I have convinced you that I have written something good, maybe you purchased it, maybe you optioned it, anything, that should constitute a success. I sold my writing to you, I sold my story to you. But till the time that we do not get validation, we feel like a failure. Now, think about it from a different perspective. If I am writing a 100-page screenplay, now screenplay starts from ideation, you create the characters, you live with them, you create situations for them, you introduce conflict, you introduce a story structure. It is a long, tedious, lonely process. You have to stay with it. My personal experience is I write a screenplay in around 3 to 4 months. It can be longer, it can be shorter for different people. But to sit with something for 3 months, working on the same thing day in, day out, just in your head, working with yourself, that is a very lonely thing. So many people have given up midway, have stopped their work. So basically, I'm saying if you complete a screenplay on paper, if you write something, that should also constitute a success, right? But somehow, some way, I don't consider it. I mean, I have written 6 full stories, screenplays, originally from my stories. I've written a couple of web series episodes, some of them which have been uploaded to YouTube by different people and streaming services also. This should feel like a success, but somehow I've gone down that rabbit hole, वो चीज़ में मैं घुस गया हूँ, that because I am not financially dependent on my writing, I have not become a successful screenwriter. So that is also very interesting to think about, that what constitutes success and what constitutes failure. If you are earning from something, only then are you successful in that thing, or if you have created something, then you can be called successful. If we start treating the world like that creating something is beautiful, creating something, trying for something, maybe you're successful, maybe you're not, maybe you complete it, maybe you do not, you tried. If we start accepting that as success, maybe there would not be so much frustration in this world. I truly feel that. And sometimes it is like that what you consider a failure might not necessarily be a failure. I have a very beautiful story to support that. I read it recently. Like there was a person, a village person, उसके पास 2 पॉट थे, ठीक है, एक है वो भरा हुआ था, एक थोड़ा सा टूटा हुआ था. Now that person always used to bring water from a river nearby in both those pots. वो pots उठा के घर ले जाता था. Now the pot that was not broken, पूरा पानी चला जाता था, but the pot which was broken, उसमें से पानी धीरे धीरे निकल जाता था. तो घर पहुंचता था वो आदमी, तब तक द वाटर वुड बी ज़ीरो. उस पॉट में कुछ पानी ही नहीं बचता था. Now one day this happened and that pot felt so bad. Imagine that pot is a person, that pot started crying. तो इंसान ने पूछा उस पॉट को कि what happened, like why are you crying? वो पॉट बोला कि I am a failure, like you brought me to hold water. यहाँ तक पानी, रिवर से घर तक पानी ले आने के लिए you had me, but I could not complete the task. I am a complete failure. तो that village person laughed and took the pot with him. वो रिवर से लेके अपने घर तक उस पॉट को पूरा रास्ता उसने दिखाया. एंड द पॉट वॉज सरप्राइज टू सी कि जिस साइड पे वो रहता था उस साइड पे पूरे रास्ते पे एकदम सुंदर फूल और सब उगे हुए थे, राइट फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टिल द एंड. एंड द विलेज पर्सन सेड, आई न्यू दैट यू वर अ लिटिल ब्रोकन, so what I did was I planted seeds all along the way. So what you are actually doing is every day from the river to our house you are watering these plants. So how could you be called a failure? You have done your job. You have watered these flowers, these plants. They have been so beautiful. So again that question is like, what is failure? How do you define failure? To not be able to complete a task, okay, that is very rudimentary. बहुत simple छोटा definition है वो कि okay, you did not completely succeed in a task, so you failed. I think if you don't try, if you don't put in efforts, if you don't do anything, maybe that should constitute failure. Failure should encourage people to try. Because if you just keep the definition as basic as that if you do not win you fail, then imagine this, that all the silver medalists in Olympics, bronze medalist, fourth, and all the other athletes are failures. Can you imagine how crazy that is? Can you call a silver medalist in Olympics a failure? They failed to achieve gold, but they are the best of the best in the world. They are successful. They succeeded the moment they reached Olympics. So again, my question is, what is your definition of success? And if you feel, if my friends you have listened till here, I am very grateful for you. Tell me, if you feel you have faced failure in your life, how have you dealt with it? I would love to know. Let's start a conversation there. If you have failed, how you have dealt with it, and what do you actually constitute as failure? If you have listened till here, thank you. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. More videos will come soon in Random Talks by BK. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.